The Apple leather case for me has become like changing your favorite pair of shoes, right? You love the look of it, it's comfortable, and once it wears out, you just go and get a new one. See, before I used to let a case sit on my iPhone and I used to keep that iPhone for several years. But with this YouTube channel, having to upgrade my phone every single year, I now have to swap out the case every single year with whatever the new model of the phone is. Now, what I love most about leather is the fact that it patinas. It becomes your own, right? I've got a pair of shoes that I really love, and someone might look at them and be like, they're worn out, they don't look great, but I love the character that they've developed with time. Same thing happens here with your case. So I did the same thing I did last year. I took the Umbar case, and this was part of the reason that I was waiting a few weeks before I actually did a review, because I wanted to see how it's wearing in. The Umbar color is really awesome. I really love this color. Last year I had the 13 minis golden brown, and I scuffed it up, sanded it down, let it age, and then I showed you all. And I really love that. This year I've done the same, but I went a little bit lighter all around the edges. I scuffed up the buttons, both the power button here and then the volume buttons here. And then I just gave it a light scrubbing all over the entire case. This was because, I wanted to see a different result. I wanted to see what happens this time if I don't go in and sand it so much so myself. So already in my few weeks of ownership of the 14 Pro and the leather case, it's already starting to wear here around the edges. That's because, when you hold your phone, I hold my phone like this, and when you hold it like this, it's naturally coming in contact with your hand on these edges more so than this backside. And all these little scuffs that you see here on the backside, those were just what I went in and sanded myself. I just gave it a nice little sanding all over just to accelerate the process. Now, one thing I did notice this year is that, like last year, the coating wasn't too thick on the case itself. Right when I took the case out of the package, it felt very nice, it didn't feel as smooth as the 12 Pro cases. The 13 Pro cases felt less smooth because they didn't have so much of a coating to protect that leather. And that's what really the sanding does, right? The sanding goes in there and clears up that coating so you can start to patina the case faster. Now, one of the things that I love about the leather case, apart from the patina, is the finish and feel. It's a quality product. This case is expensive, but if you're looking for a quality case, this is going to be a solid one that is going to let you develop character and keep your phone looking different from everybody else. Because a lot of friends in my circle, for example, already have the 14 Pro. Now, what's different about my Umbar case versus somebody else's Umbar leather case is the fact that they hold their phone different. They might use both hands. They might hold it like this. And depending on the way that they handle their case, it's going to age differently. And that's what it sets it apart from different people. Now, let's take a look at the other colors that came out this year. This is the orange. Now, I do like this orange. I think it's all right, but it's definitely not my favorite. This is too bright of a color for me, but I can see that if you went out and you put this and you paired this with a darker shade of the phone, maybe silver or even gold might look great with this orange color. It's very bright. Now, because this is a lighter color, you're going to see that this is going to age more so with time. This is going to develop more of a patina than even the Umbar one. Because the lighter the shade, the more it's going to age with time. Next up, we've got the leather case in ink. So this is a purple. I really actually like this. I had this case on my 12 mini. It was called the Deep Purple or something. And I really liked it. If you have a darker shade, so if right now, if you're going with the 14 Pro in space black, this is a great pairing. If you like a purple, a deep purple, this is going to be awesome. Now here, because the color is darker, this is not going to really age that much. This is just going to develop scuffs. It's going to develop wear. And the color itself is going to largely remain the same. Now next we have a color that actually used to be my favorite. This is the midnight color. Now what I don't like about it anymore is that it has the blue in there. So what happens is that I had this on my 13 Pro, and what's annoying is that from right now it looks pretty dark, right? But as this begins to wear, as this begins to scuff, you're going to see that blue come out more and more. I'll try to throw up some pictures that I had of the midnight one, but I really wish that Apple would just make a black color. Now, if you want to pair this, I think this would look great with a silver or even a space black, because you might be into the blue look. I personally like to have like a brown like this. So last year was the golden brown, and this type of dark color, but usually black, because that way I can rotate between the two, keep things fresh. Right now what I'm doing is I'm rotating between this umbar color and then also my Patina black carbon fiber case, which is also a really great case if you're into the carbon fiber look. So midnight, even though it's definitely not my favorite color out of the bunch, I still think that it can work for some people. Now next we've got the forest green. This is actually a really nice color, and as this wears, because it's a dark color, but it's still got room to improve. So this is going to patina, this is going to age, and it's going to look better with time. This would be great on a gold, on a silver, space black. I don't think this is going to work with the purple because they're just two very different colors, but this definitely is a great color. I really like this one. Now last but not least, I hope that this video has helped you in deciding which color is the right one for you. Now remember that the lighter the color, the more it's going to change with time. So keep that in mind when you are going to buy one for yourself. For my umbar case, I will also put down below in the description how to sand it, because I did this last year as well. I have a video on showing how to sand it. Again, I went very light, and what's cool is that if you start off lighter, you can do it more again and again and again. But if you go too rough on it the first time, it might mess up your case altogether. Overall, love the Apple leather case. Definitely recommend it. For me, it's a no-brainer year in, year out. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for your time. If you did enjoy this video, please drop it a thumbs up because it does help me out. Thank you for your time. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.